Hello friends, welcome to Caltex Academy. Today we are looking at solution to simultaneous equations using graphical method. In our previous video, we looked at solution to simultaneous equation using methods like substitution, elimination, and determinant method or Cramer's rule. So I have made some link to the description of this video. If you wish, you can go ahead and watch those videos before you continue. And I also ask you a small time, only 2 seconds, to like this video, subscribe to the channel so that you continue getting this good content from this channel, and then share with friends so that they also benefit from the same videos. And then without wasting time, let's dive in and take a look at this question. It says solve the pair of equations using graphical method. And there are two approaches in which we can use to solve these equations. One of the approaches, we look at the coefficients of y-axis. If they are less than 2, like maybe 1, just like part A of the question here, then we can use rise and run approach to find out their intersecting points. But if the coefficients are more than 1, then the best way is to get some table of values, at least minimum of 2, and then we plot the graphs, and where the two lines also intersect will give us the solution to the equation. And please stick up to the end of this video, because I'm just going to give one question for check-up point to see that you have really understood what we have just discussed here. So as we continue the discussion, please pay much more attention. If you don't understand, pause the video, take some notes, and then we are good to go to work on those questions. So without further ado, let's dive in. Now here, since we have the coefficient of y as 1 and 1, then we can also turn this equation so that it is in the form of y is equals to mx plus c. So here we shall have y should be given by x minus 2, just like taking these 2 to the other side and bringing y here, but are rearranging in a way that we have y before in the left hand side and then x minus 2 the right hand side. So we can get the gradient on this line, and the gradient here is, maybe you can call it m naught, to be equals to 1. And then we also talk about the y-intercept, which is c, and that's a constant at the same time is positive 2. These are the two required things for rise and run. Since the gradient is positive, then we will go to this point where the line is cutting y-axis. So at this point we have negative 2, meaning this graph is going to cut this axis at this point here of negative 2 and 0. So this is where we start our plotting. Then now we rise one step up because we have here positive gradient. If it was negative, we'll drop down one step. So from this point, let's go upward one step, then we run horizontally one step, and we get the next point. So let's plot this point here, then we do the same. We rise one step, that is the gradient, and then we run horizontally, that is another step. We can move on one step more, 1 and 2, rise and run. So we have that, and these points are enough for us to plot or to draw a straight line here. So let's get a ruler, and then we draw our straight line. So in a second, let me adjust this ruler so that it matches with our point here. It's a little bit challenging, but I know that roughly we'll come up with something. Yeah, I think here is look fair. Perhaps we can push a little bit up, and then here we drop down a little. Yeah, to my eyes it's looking somehow fair. Oops. Here, yeah, I think this one is looking fair. So let's draw a straight line passing through these points. There we go. And then take away our ruler aside a little, then we can give name to this line, and the name is this line here with coordinate of, we can write a new form, y equals x minus 2. Now let's move on and also do the same to the next line, and this line here is y equals 2x minus 7. Now our m, we can call this one m naught. I don't think whether you can see this color well, but maybe let me change it to something better, and that could be white. Okay, so let's say m not equal, sorry, it should be m1 this time. M1 equals the gradient here is 2, and then constant, maybe to make a difference we can also call this one here c1, should be -7. So at this point we'll start from -7, this is down here where the line meets the y-axis. Then the next one will rise 2 steps up because our gradient is 2. Now we have 1 and 2, and we run 1 step to the right and we plot that point. So rise 2, 1, 2, run 1, we are here. Rise 2, run 1, rise 2, run 1. Let's plot one more step, rise 2, run 1. And the good news here is where I am plotting is where also is touching this line, and this probably will be one of the point where they intersect, and that will possibly give us the solution. So let's go ahead and adjust our ruler to see that these points are also in straight line. So like this one is looking fair. We can make this fair estimation. We can draw our line like that, correct? And then yeah, wonderful, it looks nice. So let's put the name of this graph also as y equals 2x minus 7. Voila. So we can see that this point where the two line meets is at a point of coordinate. If we follow along x-axis, we need to get here 5. Then along y-axis, we can see that it is on this line, and this line is having a point of 3. So meaning the point here is 5 and 3. So this point gives the solution for this equation where they intersect. Maybe somebody can check it out by saying that for sure if you substitute to any of this equation, it must give you the same results. So let's take equation 1 to check out and see. Equation 1 is having x minus y equals to 2. But if you consider the left hand side, x value here is now 5, then y value is 3. Now when we subtract 5 minus 3, we get 2, and this 2 from the left hand side correspond to the 2 from the right hand side of this equation, meaning these values are valid. Therefore the solution will be x equals 5, meanwhile y equals 3. And that is how we handle questions with coefficient of y equals to 1. We simply just identify the gradients and then their constants, or the y-intercept. So let's move on to the next board to look at question number 2, where we shall be looking at something different from this. Well, at this, let's also take a look at the solutions. Now, since the coefficients of y are more than 1, then now we can go ahead and have some table of values for each of these equations. So let's say table of values 4x minus 3y equals negative 1. Now we can draw our little table here that will contain a minimum of 2 points. So let me have some 3 boxes here, where one of the box will be carrying x and y, and then the remaining one will be for our values for x and y respectively. So in the first place, we can let any number that can be easily simplified to whole number, and I think I can see negative 1 for y, assuming our y is negative 1. Then in this equation we can say 4x minus 3 times negative 1 equals to also negative 1. This one goes to positive 3 and then equals to negative 1. When you calculate terms, you have here 4x equals to negative 1 minus 3. So this one sums to negative 4 equals to 4x, and when you divide both sides by 4, our x value is negative 1. So we see here also y is negative 1, x is negative 1. Now let's try 2 for x and see how it works out. So let's put here 2 for x. Now when you place 2 for x, this one goes to 8. Then 8, when you take the other side, you have negative 1 minus 8, that is negative 9. So meaning we shall have here negative 3y equals to negative 9. Y equals to 3. So we can place here y to be 3. Now let's do the same to the next one here, and that is table of values for the next equation here. Then we plot ones. So table of values for the equation x plus 2y equals 8. Now we can also draw our table of value here to contain at least a minimum of 2 points to be plotted. Yeah, I think that is good enough. So we can also insert our x and y. Then we can think of numbers that we can insert into these equations and solve to get whole numbers. Now let's think of x to be having 0. So if x is 0 here, then we shall be left here with 2y equals to 8. So dividing both sides by 2, we get y equals to 4. Meanwhile, here we have 4. Then let's also think of maybe 2 for x. If we place here 2 and we collect like terms, we shall have 8 minus 2, that is 6. 6 divided by 2, 3. So these points are enough for us to start plotting. Let's start plotting using the first one here. So in the first line, we have the first point here, coordinate of negative 1, comma negative 1. Sorry, it's not appearing here well, but you can just use this bright one here directly. So let's have negative 1 for x, negative 1 for y, think they meet here. So that is the first meeting point. And then 2 for x and 3 for y, this is another meeting point. Then we can go ahead and join this line, these 2 points together to make a straight line. So again, using our ruler, we keep on adjusting until they are in straight line. This one is a little bit upset. Yeah, here it's looking fair. Now we can draw a straight line passing through those points, and then we also do the same to the other line. Maybe we can give a name here, that is 4x minus 3y equals -1. Then for the next line here, you can move on and do the plotting. So we have 0 and +4, that is 1 first point, and then 2 and 3, 2 for x, 3 for y, is the same point here. And that is good news that these 2 points are intersecting, meaning that is our solution. So let's go on and also join these 2 points together. To get our solution. This one looks fair. Now we can join. Great. Now also give name to this line, and that is x plus 2y equals 8. Now we can see clearly that their meeting point is at, in the x-axis we get 2, then y-axis we got 3 here. So we have 2, 3, meaning our solution is having coordinates of x, having 2, and y is having 3. Another guess here, you can see from the table of values, we have a point that looks the same, 2, 3 and 2, 3. Whenever you get this kind of points, then that is where the solution lies. So up to this point, let us move on to see the checkpoint. Well, here's the checkpoint. In this checkpoint, the question is saying solve the pair of equations using graphical method, and the equations are 2x minus 3y equals to 1, and then 3x minus 4y equals to 3. So please go ahead and solve this number using graphical method, and then now your solutions, you can share them in the comment section for us to know what numbers you have just got. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Ciao.